Our next setup here is going to be to, again, try to attack zone. So what I like to do with this particular setup, we're going to block the running back. We are going to put Lewis out on a route. We're going to put him on a post, drag X, R1 on a flat. Very similar concept that you would see from trips tight end. A little bit different, obviously, the spacing. A lot of the time somebody will put this guy on a slant, and this guy would be on a little bit more of a skinny post. So you could put a skinny post out there, but this post is so good against so many different coverages, it's essential that it's out there. So this is the setup that we like. We're going to run this against zones first and both hashes. So I'm reading flat first, then the drag, and then both posts. Flat was open, drag was open. I just wanted to let the play out before I actually made a throw. So try to hit square on that post. The next play out of PA boot left to attack zone is going to be to block the running back, put square on a post, put X on a drag, and put R1 on a flat. So again, a lot of the times we're trying to block square, but in this particular situation, we want to send him out. And again, this post is just so good against so many different coverages. It's great against cover 2 and cover 3. So my reads here are going to be flat first, then the drag, and then the two posts. So I'm going to let this play out. I'm going to try to hit Steve Smith. If that strong safety is playing low, we should be able to. Now, I do like this setup a lot better on the wide side of the field. So one of the things to give a little better spacing that I'll do is put Steve Smith on a skinny post. So you'll see it's a little bit different. Our next setup for beating zone is really going to work much better on the wide side. So if you have the solo wide receiver, if you're on the left hash, and not having this flipped. So we're going to run it just like this. So basically what we want to do is block the running back. We're going to send square out on a route, putting him on a post, X on a drag, and a flat. So this is what we're going to look at. This is a very popular concept that was in trips tight end. Obviously, it looks a lot different here. A lot of the times in trips, someone will put Steve Smith on a skinny post, and then X would be on a slant. So, we don't have that ability right here. We'll go back, and this is great at attacking zone. Again, I'm going to look for the flat and the drag first, and then we'll look for the post later. Horrible throw there. Drag is open. We just got absolutely shedded. Warren Sapp giving us a hard time. We're going to look to hit Steve Smith on his post. So if that safety plays low and if the strong safety plays low and the free safety is, shaded more towards the other side of the field or in the middle of the field, that should be a completion. This is against cover 4. Drag is open. Post. If you rack that and time it properly, that could be a one-play touchdown. So again, if somebody's playing match cover 4, not making any adjustments, the outside quarter and the strong safety will match to. They're basically going to double team Steve Smith and leave this receiver open. Cover 2. Drag is open. Don't want to really do that. If you are going to, let's run Tampa 2. Now I'm going to man this guy up on square. Great thing about this post route is it does an excellent job, like I said, against cover 3, but it'll split the safeties on a cover 2. That is why I love this formation and this play so much, because that post is just so good. I manned up Hendricks on square just to show you how the post with this setup can split the safeties. Obviously a riskier throw, but your opponent having to get downfield like that. Let's say that they user hard underneath and they take the drag. The other nice thing about this post, on a lot of these plays, it gets in an area that won't get knocked out. So you're seeing now, obviously, we can hit this on the numbers quite a bit, but in the middle of the field between the hashes, unless somebody's running deep in KO, which I don't think anybody is right now, but if they are, it'll get knocked out. However, a lot of people just running, deep out KOs, it won't get knocked out. So really nice play. I like this against zone. You have quick checkdowns if you need it. You also have, later reads, and you can get creative if you want. If you want to motion out the running back and put him on a route just to have 5 guys out there, you can. Or we can again go back to the wheel concept. This I don't like as much because you're going to have the post, both posts. So most of the time I'm not going to do something like that. But if I want to send 5 out, just to have, I can put him on a smoke just to have him occupy that defender. I can also put him on a drag. This way I'll have a mesh concept in the middle of the field. So I'll have 2 checkdowns for whatever reason. Let's say they, user the post and now the user is playing further downfield. We'll have buyers on that drag as a later checkdown. So everything works really well together. And that's if you're going to send 5 out. Again, a lot of these setups are for people that want to rush 3 or 4 and are going to play heavy zone. We're going to look at how we're going to deal with man later on, because people usually are going to start off playing heavy man, trying to get pressure. Once you get them out of that, hopefully they'll start to go back to more zone.